Hello, hello, welcome. All right, I am going to show you how to set up a strategy I built based on the GAN swing highest volume indicators using the Alchemist key, and that strategy is built on a 10-minute Bitcoin inverse perpetual chart. So if you are a complete beginner, this video is for you to kind of help you get going, set it up. If you are intermediate or advanced, this may or may not be for you, so bear with me in that. Quick things to get started. I try to build strategies that will withstand any market over years of time and can be traded on medium to higher fees even. I have in the past built a strategy on, so this is on Bybit, and traded it on a different exchange. You have to note that the entries and exit places might be slightly different. You cannot build this chart or use these exact settings and have them work on, say, Binance 10-minute chart because the volume signatures will be pretty different. This is going off of these specific exchange settings. But I could trade this account as long as Bitcoin is around the same price when it enters and exits, which, in a best case it would be. Sometimes, though, the price does vary. So what I do is I check if I am trading it on a different exchange. I check it and make sure that it will work on the other exchange, trading it from, say, the Bybit account. Okay, next thing to note is, over time it beat the market. The good thing about this one is it actually compounds because it's built off of, if you trade it on inverse perpetuals, you hold Bitcoin, and then it also, will trade to hopefully give you better gains on even just holding Bitcoin. I sometimes will trade a inverse perpetual account off of a USDT chart or vice versa. Again, just how I do it. Nothing that I say or do is investment advice. It's just kind of for my personal use and what I do. Okay, this strategy was actually came about because Agent Smith built an indicator called the highest volume. I asked him to build an indicator based on volume, and it was different than I had been thinking when he built it originally. It was not exactly what I thought or what I asked for, but he made it actually better. What I was looking for, which I also use on this chart, was just a support and resistance breakdown thing. But he kind of found a new interesting way to use the volume signatures. So it's pretty cool. I found a way to make some pretty cool charts off of it. I've made some long and short charts on different time frames, and it's a pretty cool tool to use. It also needs the GAN swing indicator and just the Quant Alchemy key. So if you're completely new, let's just start this from complete scratch. I'm going to make a new chart. You're going to want to go on TradingView, create a new chart. You're going to need to have these indicators saved to your favorites for them to show up. Highest volume and support and resistance. Those are in the free indicators setting or portion of the Discord. And then you're going to also need the quant key and the GAN swing, which are part of the package that he has up there. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure it's, my bad, my brain is gone today. Going to make sure it's on BTC on Bybit. So make sure that's your chart. And you can check over here, make sure it says perpetual contract on Bybit. And then you're going to want to have these indicators. I put them in my favorites so I can just scroll to them. The Quant Alchemy key, going to want to have 2 highest volumes. And, not for this chart. Highest volumes, 2 of those. You're going to need the GAN swing, and you're going to need support and resistance levels. And lastly, BBWP, which is a free indicator by the caretaker. You can just search for that and add it to your favorites if you'd like. All right, something else to note is that these on-pane indicators will show up inversely on the key. So open the key, you can see support and resistance is on top, and that's on bottom here. But you can also see that BBWP is on the bottom. So the off-pane indicators show up in the correct place. I don't know why TradingView does that. It's very annoying to me, and it's kind of hard to keep track of sometimes. It's important, though, because one of these highest volume signals will be on the sell. Another one will be on buy. You're going to need to set up all of these. I'm not going to go through each number, but you're going to have to use if you want to set this up. Again, not investment advice, just what I use. But if you want to set this up as I have set it up, all these numbers will have to match, and those photos I've included in Discord. Okay, so once you have that, I'm going to go back over here to the chart that I've already built. And you're going to want to open the quant key and go to the start. Now, how do trades enter and exit? That's important to know. So for this strategy, the trades enter when you have a break in the volume, sell, and you can see I've tagged it red. I just to see it real easily, I tagged it red here with a label, and the inverse for the sell, I tagged it green with a label, and the buy. The buy is green with a signal, with a green signal. Okay, so it has to have a sell signal, means it's a bit oversold, and it closes below the swing bottom of the Gann swing. So here's the swing bottom. This candle closed below it, and it had a sell. All right, so inverse of that is it exits when it has a high volume buy, and it closes above the Gann swing top. So here's the past top right there. And it closes clearly above it, and it has a major candle. So that's how it exits the trade. All right, so to do that, you go in, stays threshold, highest volume signal, and again, this is on top. The second volume signal is down here. So that's actually flipped. So the top one is actually the bottom, which is the sell. So you're going to want the sell to be the entry. So it enters on a sell. And it exits right here, highest on the buy. And that's going to be an and. Both these are and criteria because it also is with the Gann swing. Alternatively, for another exit, if it's breaking down, I have support and resistance breakdown as an exit, and that's an or because I want that to exit at any point if it gets that breakdown signal. Okay, so there's not many. This strategy is real simple. There's not much else going on. Just the Gann swing. So close less than and equal to Gann swing bottom, and it's offset by 0.05% just to get a few more trades. So that's the entry is below the swing bottom, and the exit is above the swing top. Again, and criteria right there. BBWP is an optional setting. The strategy still works fine without it. It just helps improve it a little bit. So BBWP closes less than or equal to the BBWP moving average. And that is historical bar 1, which means it's the previous bar before it. And it's offset by negative 5.5, which means it's just going to give you more trades. Again, optional. I'm not going to go through explaining all the intricacies of that, but it is just something that helps improve it a little bit. And then the last things to look at is the take profit. It's 3.33% is when your take profit's going to just get out of the trade, automatically take profit. There's no maximum stop loss, and you're going to notice if I go here, there's some losses that happen. I mean, this is just the recent history. There's some pretty big places where that's just the nature of the beast if you don't have stop losses. The thing is, the problem with just blatant stop losses is sometimes they'll stop out trades that ultimately would be winning trades. And so it's just the way that I choose to build and trade my strategies. Some of them I don't have stop losses. I'll use other risk management like the breakdown. And actually, that's how it got out of this trade. And you can actually see that it was probably good. It kept going down, for a while. It didn't really, And it actually got back into another winning trade there. So it ended up working out decently. Okay, what else is going on here? The days. You're going to want to make sure you don't trade, or what I do is I don't, and this is on, but I'm not actually using that. Okay, so the days are trading right here, -9 GMT, and not trading on Thursdays or Sundays. Weekday filter is on. Properties. If you want the settings to look like my settings do, you have to have these numbers right over here. Just for testing, I'm trading it on a smaller account size. So using 10,000, and the commissions, if you want this to reflect what your commissions are, just note that if your commissions are less, the chart will look better. If your commissions are more, the chart will look a little bit worse. I built this so people that even with 0.04 commission, which is medium high to high commission actually, if you use limit trades, you can probably get it down to 0.02, maybe 0.027, depends on who you're trading with and what their fees are. But it's up to you to do the research and figure out your fee structure. It's important though to know that if you do have high fees, that you put them in there, because otherwise your average trade will be off, and it won't actually be accurate. Low term time frames tend to have much lower average trades, meaning that if you have high fees, they may or may not be over time really useful for you. So if you have a 30-minute right here, this has an average trade of 0.56. So you can have fees of 0.1, and that's real high fees, but it still would be ultimately a winning strategy. It would not be as winning, but it would still work. Is there anything else? I think that's the general idea. If you have questions or thoughts, reach out on Discord, and hope this works out if you decide to use it. Happy trading.